G'day guys, what's going on? Super here. Sorry about the late upload, guys. Been bloody flat out with uni, so now I've finally got some time to go over my round 9 review, but also we'll go over the team lineups as well. So I scored 2,250, pretty good week from me. I actually lost one of the games, unfortunately, but I did go up the ranks 5,102 spots, which wasn't too bad for me, so hopefully we can break into the top 10k in the coming weeks, especially with the bye rounds coming up. Anyway, so I had the VC on Tom Stewart. He scored 115, which was pretty good. I think he started getting a bit of attention though in the second half of the game because he was on about like 70, I think, at quarter time or something, maybe half time, but he was absolutely killing it. But yeah, and then we took the C from Oliver, which wasn't too bad. So yeah, the main issue was we fielded Chandler. He only scored 42, which was not well at all. Break even of 105, so yeah, we'll probably have to get rid of him this week. And then yeah, Sincotter really shit the bed as well, which is unfortunate. He's got the orange exclamation mark next to him now, so he's on the extended bench, so it's a bit of a question if he's going to be playing this week or not, so we'll have to wait until tomorrow at 5 to wait and see if he is playing. But yeah, Hopper's out, which is unfortunate. Nick Dacos was back, which was good as well. Sheasel, we'll probably hold on to him as well. Dawson had a bit of a poor game, but I think he'll bounce back against the Bulldogs this week. And then Will Day, he's kind of underperforming, I think, but I think they had a tough matchup last week. Who'd they play? Melbourne, yeah. So 88 is still pretty good from him. And then yeah, they've got West Coast this week, so hopefully he can bounce back. And Zeebel's been good, 114. He's going to go up to 600k soon, which is awesome. But yeah, Tom Stewart, looking at him for the VC this week against Freo. It is at Optus Stadium, so it might be a bit more difficult, but I think Jack Henry is back, so I don't know if that will affect his kick-ins, but I doubt it. He's still probably a good option for a captaincy. Bit risky though, putting the straight C on him, as he's been copping a bit of attention recently. Weddle has scored a 65, which was great, so he went up a fair bit in cash, but he's on the extended bench, it looks like, so hopefully he can remain in the side, which will be good. Yeah, Bontempelli played pretty good. Most people had the C on him last week. Adelaide, he's got a 199 in these past 3 rounds, but yeah, that was in 2020. But he's in Brownlow form, so who knows? He might be able to produce that this week, so he could be a VC option. Oliver, he's got Port Adelaide. Some people like to look at him for the VC option, but this week I'm not too sure if I will. To be honest, he probably will go pretty big though, saying that I get the feeling that Laird might come out and score pretty well this week against the Bulldogs. Dare to cop any attention, 123 last time in Ballarat, so I feel like if Adelaide do get up, he could get like a 140 score. Then Tom Green, 97, not too bad. They got the Saints this week. So I think Jack Steele is actually playing, which he might be on the extended bench, I believe. Yeah, he's on the extended bench at the moment, so that could potentially stuff up some plans for me, but I feel like hopefully, I thought he was going to be, I'm probably not going to bring him in if he's like got injury concerns. Hopper's got to go. Luckily, we held on to Ashcroft, which was good. Hopefully he plays well this week. He's got a good lineup, so probably want to hold him until his bye. Even after his bye, maybe, but I feel like we'll just switch him to like Lachie Neale or something. He's a player that I've just realised someone I definitely want to bring in after the buys, so pretty ideal. He's at 155 break even. Got Gold Coast this week, so hopefully he can drop in price. Yeah, and then he's got Adelaide, which I could potentially bring him in next week, but I don't want to bring him in before his bye round. But then when he comes back, he's got Hawthorn, so he'll probably go massive against Hawthorn. Then like Sydney, I feel like he'll score well. He's got a 187 as his highest score, and then St Kilda, Richmond, and West Coast. They're pretty good lineups for him. And yeah, he plays Gold Coast again and Adelaide again. So I reckon Neil is definitely one to target after his bye, especially. Atkins is still in the side, which is great for his cash flow, so he's going to make a bit more cash. We'll probably field him over Sin Cotter if he does get named anyway. And then, my rucks absolutely killed it last week, which was great to see. It was actually a bit better to hold on to Darcy over English. Darcy 151, which was great. I was actually thinking about putting the VC on him last week. He did verse, was it Sydney? He was versing Hickey, and I was like, I don't know, Hickey's a pretty good ruck, but yeah, he did just come back from injury, so I don't know, maybe I should have gone with my gut there, but it is what it is. We're pretty happy with Oliver, I guess, but we could have lost a fair few points there. Then Marshall was scoring great as well. He's got GWS this week. Don't know if I would consider him, maybe. But yeah, Darcy might be a VC option against the Cats. 156 last time at Optus, so could be pretty good, but that was in 2021. He'll be versing Segler and Blitzarves, maybe because there's two ruckmen. Maybe it might be a bit of an issue for him, but they've got Darcy and Jackson, so I don't know. Maybe he might go pretty big. I think he's the clear best ruckman in the game coming up anyway, but could be an option to VC. It's just, I'm obviously a Cat supporter, so I probably don't want to do it, but I feel like if I wasn't, I'd probably do that. And then we have Teakle, who is not playing this week, which is a bit of a stitch up. Probably should have saw this coming, but I was looking at the Port Adelaide Instagram page, and they didn't want to play Scott Lysett. All the fans were like complaining about him, saying like he shouldn't be in the side and stuff. And then he got dropped, and then Teakle took over, and they were happy about that. But now Teakle's been dropped, I believe. So that's a stitch up for the cash gen, because I was planning on holding on to him throughout the buys, so then he could cover my rucks, because he could be on the field in round 12. Hopefully he comes back by then. Hopefully Lysett's straight out of the side, but he probably won't be. He is clearly their best ruckman, I reckon, but it is what it is. Hopefully that he can just come back into the side. I'll have to double check if Teakle is actually injured or not. Where is it? Teams. So there was a couple of interesting. Teakle just got dropped, which was unfortunate. George Warlord's in for North Melbourne, so he'll be someone to monitor. Maybe it's actually worth bringing him in for the price, because I think he's like pick 4 of the draft last year or something like that. He could be a cash cow, especially with like LDU out. So I think, who else is out? I feel like Cunnington's not even playing either. What about, where is he? Jai Simpkins still playing, I guess, but I feel like Wardlaw would be a good one to bring in, hopefully. Who else is out? So I'm kind of salty about not bringing in Nevitt or Simpson. They're obviously going to stay in the side now. We got so many midfielders out of the team, so props to the people that brought in those guys. I mean, nothing else really stands out to me that well. Setterfield's out if you still have him. Hopper, will get rid of Hopper. Nankervis is back if you've got Samson. Ryan Chesser is in. Is he? Extended bench. Hopefully he can come back for some cash gen for us. They've got Weddle on the extended bench. I doubt they'll drop him, but who knows. Darcy Cameron is back. Someone to probably wait and see for me, I think. I don't want to bring him in straight away, just because he's had a bit of, an injury concern. And Mason Cox was playing good. He's still in the ruck line, so... Oh, no, he's in the forward line, full forward, but... they got Ash Johnson. I don't know, but Mason Cox has been playing pretty well, so... Probably just wait and see with Darcy Cameron. I think I've got some other players I want to bring in before him. And yeah, it is the question of, do we want to get Darcy Cameron or Max Gawn if Max Gawn does get the DPP swing. Nothing really else is sticking out to me. But anyway, yeah, that's about it. So yeah, Taranto is good. Dunkley's been alright. Goulden is absolutely killing it. He's probably a VC option this week, definitely against North Melbourne. And considering like his current last 2 weeks, he's got 156 back to back, and he's versus North Melbourne. So I'd probably put the VC on Goulden, to be honest. And then Rosie 105. Is he a chance to score well? I don't think he will. He'll probably score about around the 116 mark again. And then Cornelio against the Saints, is he an option? Not really. I think Tom Green will score well against the Saints, but not really sure about Cornelio. I could potentially hold on to Chandler if I want to now. That Teakle is out, but he's got 105 break even. I don't think I want to hold on to him. He's going to drop a bit in price here. He's probably going to go down like about 16k. I think I'll just take the cash that he's made me. And then Mitchell got 74, which was good. So we can swing Mitchell onto the field. Get rid of Chandler. Get rid of Hopper. That leaves me with about 20k. I can pretty much get anyone I want. But I think I'm going to go the basic option, which is to bring in... Oh, as if he's not even on the top here. Yeah, so the basic option I would say is to go with Zach Merritt. Yeah, I think it's just the best case scenario to get him in now, not have to worry about it. Even if I, take the punt on it, not bring him in this week, could be a bit of a worry for me. But I think this week would be the week to bring him in. Even I know De Goey's around 500k, pretty good price for him, but I don't know, he's still a bit of a concern for me. He did score a 128, I believe, but yeah, I just want to see him back it up again. Worst case scenario, he'll get to 540k or something like that next week, and he's gone up 40k, where I'll have the money to get him in. Otherwise, he scores crap, and I've missed out on Merritt sort of thing, but because Merritt will go up to 600k if he scores really well. And then this leaves us with 2 options here. So we don't really want to bring in Jury, but I think the one to go with is Sharp. That's giving us 232k in the bank. But yeah, he probably will score the same as Humphrey, in my opinion. And yeah, there was a tweet out about Sharp. They want him in the side, I think. So that's good for his job security. But yeah, I believe that Humphrey was about 200k or something. Who is this? I didn't even notice this guy. Probably would rather spend the money on Humphrey though. When I find him, if I can. Oh yeah, so he scored 117 last week, which was nuts. But to be fair, he was versing West Coast, and they smashed him. Got a -3 against Richmond. I think that was because he was a sub or something, but maybe he wasn't the sub. I don't know. Scores here aren't the greatest, but yeah, 117. He's got a different role. I've checked the team sheets. Sorry. I've been having a look at the team sheets here, and don't think he's starting in the midfield or anything. So no, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, he's on the bench here. So does he come on straight to the midfield? I'm not too sure. Probably a last minute call, I'd say. Yeah, I think maybe he had some rotations into the midfield, but I feel like this would be the trade I'd go with. So Sharp in and Merritt in for Hopper and Chandler. Just go through with that one. So that will leave me with 232k for next week when I get another upgrade. So we'll probably loop Sharp anyway. Who are we going to loop him with? So Johnson might play as well, which is exciting for the cash gen. I think it will just straight field Mitchell. Yeah, I don't know about Sin Cotter. He could be pretty good, but we'll definitely field Atkins. Yeah, I think this will be like sort of what I'll go with. Captaincy, I'm still unsure about who I'm going to captain, to be honest. I might go like, I might go into Stewart because he's got that 187, but I feel like could be a bit risky. Even Darcy could be a good captaincy option, but it's also a bit risky as well. The safe option probably would be to go with Bontempelli or Merritt is another chance of a captaincy. But yeah, he only scored 95 last week, and Darcy Parish wasn't playing. Could be another option, to straight see him against Richmond. So the reason why I wanted to bring him in this week because he's got a 150 last year against Richmond, and out of the next couple of upcoming games, he's got the highest score of 150 against Richmond. So this will be the week to bring him in, just because he's scored his highest score at compared to about round 19. He plays the best against Richmond, so we'll bring him in this week. Could be a cheeky C option, but yeah. Essendon are missing a fair few of their midfielders, so he could be an option to just straight C. I don't know. I'm still undecided. I'm thinking either like a Stewart, Merritt, or a Darcy, something a bit different. Maybe Nick Dacos against Collingwood. Will they tag him? Probably. But yeah, anyway, who else are we looking at finishing the team off with? So what we'll probably do is round 12. So next week, what I can do is I can just straight trade Ashcroft to somebody else, like a Jack Steele if he's playing well. Probably what I might do, but I'm a bit worried about his injury from last week. But yeah, he's got like Hawthorn and Sydney coming up. But he does have that round 12 bye. Pretty good fixture actually for the rest of the season. So definitely want to look at him, to be honest, if he's ready to go and he's playing well. Darcy Cameron's another guy I might look at getting in if he's playing well. Next week, Max Gawn as well. Hopefully he can get that DPP status because I can't actually bring him into my team, like on the field. But yeah, I wouldn't mind getting Sam Walsh either next week. But I feel like with Walsh, he's got a 193 in his system, like last 3 rounds against Collingwood. So this would be the week to get him as well. That's his highest score, and if all the other teams he's played. So he plays pretty well against Collingwood, and if I forget the slight feeling Carlton might actually beat Collingwood, so he'll probably score pretty great. And considering he only scores like 117 against other sides, and he's in losing games, that's a pretty good sign. So he's a pretty solid pick for consistency. Definitely someone I want to bring into my side. So I probably would finish my side off with Sam Walsh. Who else do I want? I want Lockie Neal after his bye, and then maybe like a Jack Steele, or who else is there? Jack Steele, or maybe a De Goey. Probably prefer a Jack Steele over De Goey though. He hasn't really proven it to me yet, but 128 isn't too bad from him. He's probably going to go up a fair bit in price. He doesn't have the best track record, but he could definitely be someone to bring in next week because he's got North Melbourne and West Coast. So if you want to maximise your points, I'd say he's not a bad pickup, especially against like these two teams. He's probably going to score really well. Probably the guy I might bring in, it's probably him or Walsh next week, I'd say, if I can afford it somehow. Otherwise, like he's a pretty good value pick realistically. I don't know what's going on with my side, just bear with me. But yeah, I'd probably go with Goey, but then it's like I'm either missing out on like a Jack Steele or someone like that, or a Sam Walsh, I'd say. But yeah, I'm definitely going to bring in Neil, I think. And yeah, so that's the same with Merritt. So Merritt plays West Coast next week, where Goey plays North. So they play the two easiest sides basically to score against. So it's either you go one or the other this week. But I feel like Merritt is the one to go with just because he's got that high score of 150. That's his highest score. But yeah, we haven't actually looked at Goey's highest score yet. What his highest score against Carlton is 114. But yeah, DeGoey, definitely someone to look at next week. But yeah, basically this is my side and what I'm kind of thinking of. So to complete the side, we'll go with probably, in a great world, we'll go with Neil, Walsh, Steele, or DeGoey. Depends if we want to save some money or not. And then, we could swap out Mitchell for a Max Gawn or a Darcy Cameron. But yeah, that's about it. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry about the late upload. But yeah, hopefully everyone goes well this week and we can climb up in the ranks. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys later.